expert and an expert legal witness who has testified in front of legislative bodies and in court cases all over this nation over the past year on the science behind masks and why they do not work to stop the spread of aerosolized respiratory infectious diseases. Those in my profession are the subject matter experts, and we are the only professionals qualified to provide guidance on pathogen protection and disease mitigation strategies that include respirators, PPE, and masks. We are the ones who sit on pandemic planning and emergency response boards, and we are the ones who provide guidance to hospital systems and government agencies. The traditional multidisciplinary approach to pandemic response was completely ignored with COVID-19, and for the first time when dealing with a pandemic, the professionals who manage pandemic response plans were left off COVID task forces. At the federal level, we have one man calling the shots, Dr. Fauci, a man who is not credentialed to speak on disease mitigation strategies, pandemic response, or PPE. Those in my profession are the subject matter experts, and we are the only ones qualified to provide guidance on pathogen protection. Doctors have an amazing skill. We work with them on a daily basis. However, they are not credentialed to speak on pathogen protection, PPE, masks, or any protective factors unless they are occupational doctors. Doctors and healthcare workers have limited knowledge about PPE. In fact, they only know about their own PPE and masks because of professionals like us who train them. Doctors heal. Those in my career field, industrial hygiene, occupational and environmental health and safety professionals, protect. When doctors speak as experts on PPE and protective factors, they are guilty of malpractice. We all need to stay in our lanes. Many doctors have been speaking on the health hazards associated with prolonged mask wearing. There are many of them here. You are going to hear from them. We need to listen to them because they are seeing this on a first-hand basis. Many of these doctors, occupational doctors, are in my field, and they also prescribe protective factors in addition to treating patients. Second, what imminent danger? Show me what these mandates are based on. If you're going to mandate mask mandates based on imminent danger, then the burden of proof is on you to prove it. Children have a nearly 100% survival rate from COVID-19, and there is not one documented case of child-to-adult transmission worldwide. So where's the imminent danger? You cannot provide proof, yet you have created a greater hazard and put our children at risk of physical, emotional, mental, and social harm. That is criminal, and nobody should be complying with these unhealthy, illegal, and unscientifically supported mandates. At the state level, government bureaucrats who have no expertise in these agencies that they are overseeing are dictating mandates on us with absolutely zero science or data to back them up. I know because I have FOIA'd the science that Dr. Gordon was relying on, and he provided two unscientific opinion fact-checked pieces. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Kristen Megan, followed by Dr. Jackson. If you could share your community and then begin.
My name is Kristen Megan Kelly, and I reside in Hudsonville, Michigan. Echoing what my colleague has stated, I too am a subject matter expert that has managed the respiratory protection for over 76,000 people. Over the past 19 years, 9 of which was on active duty, I am a senior industrial hygienist, cross-credentialed in public health, decontamination site management, and manage the decontamination efforts in the city of Chicago. You now know that you are looking at the wrong professionals that you've deemed experts in regards to controlling health hazards and conducting the proper health risk assessments to determine which controls are capable of controlling such hazards, and we always factor in individual health data and process-specific factors when selecting controls. For example, how long would you be wearing the PPE? What other PPE are you wearing? What atmospheric factors would the PPE be worn in? We do this so we do not create a greater hazard to the wearer because the use of masks or respirators is never a one-size-fits-all approach. In fact, I'm a subject matter expert on that litigation, and I've never been dismissed by a judge as an expert. What you need to understand is that we skip the hierarchy of controls, and we should have stopped at engineering controls. This is because history tells us we cannot outrun a virus. The primary spread of this virus is the inhalation of aerosols. Masks cannot and do not stop aerosols. If they did, there would be no need for respiratory protection for aerosol-generating processes, and I don't mean this as a threat, but if you think masks stop aerosols, please go abate some asbestos, walk into some pepper spray, and tell them if you can inhale it. Why should we be listening to the experts who close parks, demonize even going outside, and told teachers and offices to close their doors and windows? This puts us at a greater risk of exposure. When aerosols are involved, they stay suspended in the air for a very long time. We exhale aerosols by just breathing. Masking is absolutely useless, harmful, and abusive. When I mention implementing controls as a senior industrial hygienist, I always have to go back and verify the confidence in those controls. It's highly evident no one has ever gone back and verified the confidence in these controls, because if we did, we would have seen that the masks are not stopping the spread. They're creating a greater hazard. 18 months ago, I went on my Facebook and said, oh, we're doing a mask mandate. You're going to see bacterial pneumonia, contact dermatitis, perioral dermatitis that you call masking, suicides, aggravating PTSD. I don't need my notes anymore because I've been doing this for almost 20 years. I am a veteran with PTSD, and the amount of discriminatory efforts involved with these mask mandates cause suicidal ideation. I am in litigation with Delta Airlines, and I can tell you right now that the next member of the state that violates my rights will also be sued. I took an oath to the Constitution. It's my understanding you did too. Everyone that voted to put children in masks, you are child abusers. And I want every one of you to know that I will, for free, as I've been doing for 18 months, act as an